everybody. It's the beginning of September and we're looking forward to cooler weather. Halloween's coming up, football season, college and NFL. It's an exciting time, but even more exciting is tax planning. This is a really good time to be thinking about taxes. Why would you think about it in September? Well, because you have an opportunity now and you have the time to do some planning to try to get more money in your pocket to try to keep more of what you made. Here's a couple of ideas that we can think about between now and the end of the year. First, if you have an S corporation, you need to make sure you file your taxes for last year by the 15th of September. If you file an extension on your individual taxes, you have till October 15th to make sure you file for last year. So those are a couple of things that your accountant should be aware of. If you do your own taxes, just make sure you get those in. We don't want any penalties on our taxes. Another trick is to make IRA contributions. A lot of folks wait till, let's say, March or April of next year and make one big lump sum contribution to their IRA. But what you can do instead is make several contributions throughout the year. And what better time to make a contribution to your IRA than when the stock market's down 20%. This is a great time to be buying low, to be taking advantage of the sale that's currently in the stock market. And that way you also don't have to come up with all that money March, April of next year. The last thing I'd like to talk with you about today, we've touched on it before a little bit, is tax loss harvesting. That means taking a loss on an investment so you can use that loss on your taxes for this year. So when you file your 2022 taxes next year, you have some losses that you can use to reduce your taxable income on your tax return. Let's give an example. Let's say earlier this year, beginning of this year, you bought JP Morgan stock and you paid $161 a share for it. It's now at $115. So you have, you bought 100 shares, you have $4,600 loss. Well, that looks awful on your statement, so getting it off there in the first place makes you feel better. But it also produces a financial benefit. A loss of $4,600 can give you up to $900 to $1,000 credit against your taxes. You actually save $900 to $1,000. The question though is, but I think JP Morgan's gonna go up. If I hold on to it long enough, I'll make money. Right, well, we've sold to JP Morgan. We can wait 30 days and buy it back. And now you have JP Morgan and the loss. A better idea is perhaps look at an index such as S&P Financial Index, symbol XLF, and this is not investment advice, it's just an example. XLF has a lot of JP Morgan in it, but it also has Bank of America, Citigroup, Wells Fargo, Morgan Stanley, all those. So you now have a diversified portfolio of financials. If the financials start doing well, you'll make money just as you would if you held JP Morgan stock. You sell the JP Morgan, you buy the XLF, and you pretty much have the same exposure, but now you've got this loss that you can use against other income. And that comes in handy when it comes time to do your taxes for 2022. We do this automatically for our clients. I have a general rule around here that we don't carry losses into the next year. The reason for that is because we can actually use those losses sooner if we go ahead and take them. Doesn't mean the money has to sit in cash. We can reinvest it into something similar if we're worried about missing out on a gain in the market. Another opportunity this year that we haven't had for many years is bonds. Bond funds have really done poorly this year. Many folks that have invested in bonds have a loss. This is a really good opportunity to take a look at each and every one of your investments, see if you have a loss, and just sell it, replace it with something else. And you can replace it with something similar or something that you think is going to do better. But you now have a loss that you can carry over to next year. So keep that in mind. If you have any questions, if you need help with tax loss harvesting or any other tax advice, please give us a call. We're here to help.